So, pretty easy concept here, but it needs to be mentioned that when you multiply values in C++, you need to do so explicitly. And to illustrate what I mean by that, let's say that we're going to see out to the screen the result of 2 times 3 using this parenthetical notation for multiplication, right? And as simple as this line is, when we build and run this program, there's an error with it. And it says that the expression cannot be used as a function. And so basically what's going on here is that when you look at the syntax that we use for functions, well, there's a name for the function followed by a set of parentheses within which we give the function some inputs. Well, down here, C++ has a question. Are we talking about a function called to, which, by the way, is an invalid function name because you can't name functions anything beginning with a number? And are we passing this invalidly named function to an input of 3? And C++ doesn't know of any functions called to and doesn't know what to do with this line. Well, to clear this up, all we need to do is use our star operator for multiplication and explicitly multiply these things. And so when we run this again, there is our expected 6 for our 2 times 3. Now, similar logic applies if you wanted to multiply algebraically. Say we have this integer x, and we'll say that x equals 2, and say that we have this other integer y, and y will equal 9 here. And say we want to see out to the screen the result of the product x, y, like you would do algebraically. Well, once again, when we build and run this, there is an error with this line, but this time the error message says that xy was not declared in this scope. So there's a different level of confusion here. C++ doesn't see this as two individual things being multiplied together, x and y. It sees it as one thing, xy, that maybe we haven't mentioned yet. Maybe it was a variable xy up top that we were supposed to give some sort of value before we try to print it off to the screen. But that's not what we're trying to do here at all. We're not trying to create a singular thing called xy. We're trying to multiply two individual entities, x and y, together and get that response back from C++. So just use our star operator again to explicitly multiply these two values, x and y, and that clears everything up. There is our 18 as expected. So really easy concept, but it can be a sticking point if you didn't realize that you had to explicitly multiply things, and that some of the common conventions that we use in math don't fly in C++ as far as the syntax is concerned. All right, see you in the next one.